Welcome to Speaking of Funny. I am the legendary Sonny G, my co-host Bella, whatever she's going by this week. Which was
I'm Bella Spinelli this week.
Bella Spinelli, and we have a special guest, a mentor of mine, very funny, very famous, Mr. Steve Brown. Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? What's going? Hey, man, glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
We're glad to have you.
And what's the name of the show again?
Speaking of Funny.
Speaking of funny. Okay, there's right there. Thank you. And your name again, man?
Bella.
Bella. Today she's Bella. So that means
Well, she's always Bella. This is
Yes,
the
I'm
last
Bella.
name to be changed.
I
I
was
don't
like,
know if she got warrants or.
You were too pretty to be bipolar. You okay?
Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
She's Bella Spinelli and Bella Hughley and Bella, whatever it is she feel like being that day.
Got you. Okay, got you. Well, I'm glad to be here, man. Let's get into it.
No problem, no problem. So I seen you on Monday on Rodney Perry's live. Shout out to RP.
Shout out to Rodney.
But you were speaking about your experiences that you had. What was that? 4 or 5 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years
2
ago.
years ago. Yeah.
Where the guy had tried to accost you on stage, and so you were saying that watching Will walk up to the stage kind of like brought back a PTSD. Not you were saying that the
PTSD.
PTSD on that.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, it did.
And
It did.
this is impromptu. What happened with Will Smith and
Chris Rock.
on
Yeah,
the
it
Oscars
was a big trigger. But let me say this, and I'm going to shock a lot of people when I say this. I'm so team Will Smith. I'm team Will Smith all day. Let me say this. First off, Will Smith was wrong as hell for what he did. That action was wrong as hell. So I want to put that out there first. It was wrong because number one, it is going to probably cause a snowball effect of people, idiots thinking that they can do what he did. But let's get deeper into it. People are not looking at this. Do y'all know who the victim is? Who y'all think the victim is? Who do you think the victim is?
Will, actually.
Okay, who do you think the victim is?
I think the victim is Jada.
Jada, exactly. Who do you think the victim is?
I had to think about it. Yeah, I had to think about it.
Who do you think the victim is? Okay, okay. We got two victims in this. The two, and let me break it down. And I know some women are going to be like, there you go again. But let me say this. I'm going to say it clearly. Will Smith and Chris Rock, those are the victims. Let me explain to you. And a lot of people are not looking at it, but some are starting to see it now. Will Smith going up there had nothing to do with that joke.
Right.
It had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with it. Had nothing to do with that joke. As a matter of fact, it wasn't even a joke. It was a reference.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a reference.
A reference to a movie.
A reference to a movie. Now, with that being said, a reference to a movie has no bearing on somebody being violent. I can understand if Chris Rock said, "Oh, look at Jada, excuse my language, you bald head bitch, you this and this and that." Now, being the professional that Will Smith is, which I love Will Smith and Chris Rock, it's two of my favorites. Being the professional and the man that has a thinking mind of his own, and a man who's a role model, and a man who is our golden child, who some of us pattern our lives after, he would have got Chris and took him backstage and said, "My man, you shouldn't have did that," or he would have got him backstage or at the after party. All right, so this is where the victimization comes in. Will Smith, and I'm going to say this carefully, Will Smith has been emasculated. He has been emasculated to no end. Let me explain this to you and break it down to some of y'all that don't understand. Jada has publicly humiliated this man for months on months on months. And guess what
Years
all
now.
of us did? Guess what all of us did? Even you.
Made
you
memes, jokes.
Made memes, jokes, and everything about this man. Not because he's Will Smith, it's because he stayed and allowed her to do it. Jada's been hurting this man for years, humiliating this man. Your wife, your girlfriend goes on public TV in front of you and says, "I'm not happy with your bedroom skills.
I've never been pleased in bed by you.
I'm still in love with Tupac. Oh, I slept with my son's friend in my house." Will Smith is one of the biggest names in Hollywood. He got to put up with you, me, and you throwing up memes and everything else. She has publicly humiliated and emasculated this man. So now Everybody's calling him a simp. He this, he ain't this, he weak, he weak. So now what happens is Will Smith is enjoying the biggest moment of his life. His biggest accomplishment, the Oscars. The Oscars. But guess who steals the moment? Because guess what? Think about it. Think about it, people. Will, when Chris Rock gave his little spiel as far as the G.I. Jane thing, which would be a powerful thing for Jada if she got picked up for it.
Yeah.
The black G.I. Jane too.
If they rebooted it or whatever,
See, that's we speaking this into the atmosphere. Positivity. But guess what she did? She made it about her because guess who was laughing first?
Will.
Who was laughing, man?
Will was laughing.
Will was laughing. Then all of a sudden, Jada makes it about her and
Frown, yeah.
now, guess what Will has to do? He has to practice toxic masculinity.
Oh, and publicly. Wow.
So now, to prove yet again to a woman who's not deserving of the man he is. So my thing is, shout out to Will Smith. We love you, brother, and we hope you get help, and I hope you leave that toxic relationship. I don't wish bad on nobody, but some people are just not good for some people, and that's just what it is. Now, I know some black women, the first thing we do is deflect. Y'all gonna deflect. Oh, well, what about you? What y'all did? No. It ain't about what about we did. Sometimes, y'all, we got to protect y'all at all costs. But at the same time, we got to check y'all asses too. And not only that, y'all got to check each other. Because there's some toxic ass women out here that's destroying black men and then hurt people hurt. Now that man who's been hurt, he comes to you and guess what he does? He hurts you because he's not been healed. Yeah. It's some toxic women out here. And then they'll be like, oh man, there you go. No. The biggest mess up with our women and us in general is the word deflection. You never want to be accountable for what you did. And then on top of that, the next day, she makes it about her again. She put up a meme. It's time for healing. Healing? You the one need to be healed. You the one that's toxic. Will is going through some stuff, y'all. Yeah. And the thing is, you saw this strong ass black man who is our role model have a meltdown on nationwide TV and in front of the white folks. And, subconsciously slapped her? I'm sorry? Exactly. Yeah. Everything he did was out of frustration of what she did to him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So it ain't about Will Smith is not this bad guy we making him out to be. Yes, Will Smith, let me put it, he was wrong. He made a bad decision. That's it. Because honestly, it was a selfish decision, but he made that decision for the person sitting next to him. It was about her. Now, all of the black women, our sisters who I love you to death, are all out here saying, protect the black woman. Yes, protect them. But at the same time, you got to be checked. Some of y'all wrong as hell. Yeah. And that's just what is how you expect us to protect you when you were breaking us on the inside. You were breaking us. How can I protect you?
We can't protect you from personal responsibility if you're wrong.
If you're wrong, some of I love you, sisters, but some of you have to look in the mirror. And I put it up. I put up a post last night that said we have to address. It's time to address emasculation. And I forgot the sister name. She came on my on the post, and I applaud you, sister. She said, "I'm guilty. I'm for real. I'm guilty. I got to check myself." And if more of us did that, including us men,
right,
we'll have so many great relationships. We would have it. I'm a victim of it. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's happened to me. So I know all too well what it's about. You know, you trying to please this person, and nothing is never good enough. That's why people are making up. That's why people was putting up memes. Well, Tupac, of Jada looking crazy, saying, "Well, if it was Tupac would have shot him,
right?
Or he would have did this and this and that." So that's what Will is. So, guys, I want all of us to pray for Will. I want us to wish him well wishes. So I want and stop saying all this. Yes, all this protect the black woman on that type of platform. Yeah. No. Protect the black woman, but black women protect us as well.
Now I'm glad you said that real quick. Now, since we on the topic of Will, what I thought nobody was discussing. Like you said, he for months, for years, has been, you know what I'm saying, in the news for stuff that because Jada said this, because Jada was on her show doing this, or Jada did this, or whatever. Even before that, I read his autobiography. He's always felt some sort of way about the fact that his dad was abusive to his mom and he wasn't able to protect her. So Will has got some mental health issues that, you know, either need to be addressed or he's still working through or whatever. But nobody's taking into the fact that at that moment he snapped, and you don't get to choose. You don't get to choose when, how, or where somebody snaps.
Look, another thing. Let me say this. You know, I'm glad you brought that about the book. He's been holding himself accountable, not stepping in for his dad jumping on his mom. Now, when this happens, Will is like, ha ha ha, good one. Everybody's been laughing at everything. Then Jada gives him this look. What about this protection you talking about? You gonna protect me?
Right.
That's what the look said.
Now he like, oh shit. Now I gotta go up here. Excuse my language. I gotta go up here and do this and do that. And now, guess who gets the fallout from it? Will. Now, y'all, I'm gonna say something, and it might be a bold statement. It might be a bold prediction, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Jada get her ass on that red table and dog Will, but say, oh, you shouldn't have went up there. It was out of order, this and this and that. Oh. Don't be surprised if she does it, because that's what people like that do. That is clear narcissism. It's all about you. You don't give a damn about your partner, and your partner is just a thing to you. And think about this. Everybody's going back on this thing saying, oh man, he attacked Jada years ago. No, he told the truth. Wasn't nobody looking for Jada back then in 2006? But no, she wasn't invited to the Oscars. So how could you be like, boycott the Oscars, and nobody even invited you?
Right.
Now you get mad about that. So she putting all this pressure on Will. Now let's think about something else. Everybody, well, Chris Rock shouldn't have said it. Chris Rock shouldn't have said it. Ladies and gentlemen that don't know TV, let me educate you on something. Those jokes that you hear on TV, those are not the jokes that's coming from the individual. Yeah. We have writers.
Yeah. Teleprompter.
There's a team of writers in the back.
And a teleprompter.
That writes all these jokes, and we see them through a teleprompter, and we say them. So,
and that wasn't even a joke. That was a statement.
Right, it was a statement. So Will, technically, should have went in the back and slapped every goddamn body that wrote a joke, and the guy holding the teleprompter and all that. So again, it was something she put pressure on Will to do that.
Even if Chris did, let's think about how low-hanging fruit it was. She was in green, the dress looked like a parachute, she was bald head. Any comedian worth their weight in salt would have made a G.I. Jane reference.
And the thing is, it wasn't even a joke, it was a reference.
Anybody would have made that reference.
It was a reference. So again,
now, the way you're dressed, if you were in the crowd at the Oscars and I was presenting, I would make a G.I. Jane joke. Are you gonna get up and sock me and slap me?
No, but I'm gonna take over your podcast and tie your ass apart. That's what I'm gonna do. That's strike number 1, sir. So listen, so yes, I did. Day before yesterday, I did get triggered. I got triggered, but this situation is bigger than me. Because this happened to me 2 years ago. I thought I was so-called healed from it. I still have some work to do mentally. All right.
So this brought up something for you when you seen it.
It brought up something for me when I seen it. But you got to look outside of you and look at the whole picture. That brother's going through a lot of stuff. I've been there before. So I'm praying for him, and I'm hoping that things work out for him. Because now Hollywood and them white folks, they're trying to nail him to the cross. They're trying to nail him to the cross. So, yes, I am so team Will Smith. And I think we all need to get together. We need to all get together and back him.
Yeah.
I mean, yes,
support whatever project.
You was wrong, Will, but we love you and we back you. We back you. But and what I mean by that, into getting to a place to where you're happy about you again.
Right.
And being that Will Smith that we grew up on and loved. Now, about me, it brought up something in me when I saw it, because of course y'all saw the attack. I don't know if y'all saw it. And I do the boxing thing, so I was able to, do my thing and maneuver and everything. You saw this.
He died. He had spider sense. I don't know. That's what I was most impressed by. It wasn't even, it was like, the dodging was phenomenal.
Right. So the thing is, just looking at it from a person who does a little boxing thing, he left himself wide open. I could have.
You could have came in
several times, but at the same time, I look at the professionalism of saying, okay, if I hit this dude, am I gonna get sued?
You gonna get sued?
Yeah. All right. So now I'm waiting on security. Security never came because he was an old dude with a Steve Harvey suit on, and the dude hit him so hard he knocked his shoe off. I don't know where the hell that shoe is to this day. But to make a long story short, after all that, I was like, okay, no big deal. It was all good. This and this. And then I go and look at the footage a day or two later. And it brought tears to my eyes because I was like, you know what? This guy was literally trying to kill me. He was trying to kill me. And the thing is, other people got hurt behind it because a lady got
hit by the stand.
The stand. No, she got hit by the base of the stand.
The base of the stand.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, because when it flew off, it hit the wall and hit a lady. And then a lady got a toe broken and a lady got a nose broken. It was just a mayhem. And the old security guard with the Steve Harvey suit, he still done knocked out with his shoe off. He still done knocked out with his shoe off. But the thing is, it was a terrible situation, man. And I did end up with PTSD from it. And it's like when I would go home after a show, I mean, this is like years later, I would like stop my car in the driveway and look at the bushes and all this stuff, thinking that this guy probably gonna come out. Now, mind you this, he's in prison. He's been in prison, still in prison, gonna be in prison. But this is where my mind was tricking me. I was thinking like when I go in my house, this guy got my kids holding them hostage, waiting on me to get home. I would literally get up out of my bed 4 o'clock in the morning with my gun and check the doors, thinking that this guy probably gonna try to come in my house at me, but he's in prison. He ain't going nowhere. I would be at my shows. I would look in the audience. Guess who I'd see?
Him.
That's
what I was about to bring up. I remember you saying.
I would see him. I had to go and get help for that. I had to go to counseling for that. Real talk.
Do you mind just giving our audience a little bit of back? Sorry, if it's just too much to talk about, just stop us at any point.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Just give our listeners a little backstory about who you are, and what you do. What happened?
Who am I? I'm the greatest fucking comedian alive. Listen, no, I'm just kidding. No, real talk. Of course, Steve Brown. I've been doing this.
I was gonna say we can skip past that part.
No, I'm talking about what led to what was happening because the trigger, because our audience doesn't really, some of our audience may not know what happened.
What triggered? Well, the thing. Okay, you mean telling about the incident?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on stage doing my thing, and the guy's sitting there, not knowing that he had been drinking and hadn't been taking his medication. What I mean by that, he was severely bipolar, and he had just gotten out of prison like about a couple of days before, and I personally think that he was institutionalized. And what I mean by that is you in such an environment so long, and you go to somewhere new, it can cause you to panic if things aren't the way they supposed to be.
Because you had structure, and now you're just free.
Right. You was out here, and now anything can set you off. So anyway, I'm doing my show. He's laughing his ass off, getting his laugh on, and next thing you know, he's up. He's just up, and me being the person I am, about me, I'm concerned. I'm gonna ask him like every black person asks, nigga, what's wrong?
Right.
What's wrong? So by that time, his girl walks over to him. He put her hand on his shoulder. He socks her. Socks the shit out of her. Okay, so now the stepdad gets up. They're all tussling. Everybody's fighting. She's trying to fight him. Mom gets up. He pushes her down. Everybody starts getting involved. Security comes over. Of course, I tell you, he get his goddamn shoe knocked off. Okay, so now the people are up like, man. So what's up? You gonna, I'm like, should I finish the show? What's going on? So the host of the show comes up. Oh, he good. We got him. But the security guard probably don't. I mean, the host of the show probably don't realize that we got an old ass security guard with a Steve Harvey suit on, with a shoe missing,
right
on the ground,
already knocked out. Already knocked out.
Orange Stacey Adams, might I add? Yes, orange.
Yes,
only one though.
Yeah. So anyway, we got him. But I see this brother constantly making his way to the stage. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So I'm thinking, I got help up there. Maybe we gonna hold him or whatever. Next thing you know, he's on stage. The guy on stage, which is the host of the show, throws up his hands. All right, I'm out of here. That's it. And me and him
left you up there.
Left me up there with the guy. So now I'm like, okay, I got to do what I got to do. But I'm going to do what I can not to hit this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I get into my stance or whatever, my defensive stance, and he's just swinging. Ha, ha, ha. He's missing, of course, and he gets frustrated. He gets tired.
That's when he picked up the
Then he
mic.
picks up the mic stand, and he throws it at me, and the base of the mic went into the audience. And then I think he swung a couple more times. And when the mic stand broke, it was a sharp part at the end. It caught me and it cut me right here, and I got like a stitch right here. So then I guess that wasn't good enough for him. So he picks up a bar stool, throws it at me, and he kind of hits me in my hip. And then as soon as he hits me in my hip, he walks out like nothing happened.
That's all he wanted.
Walks out, and then finally the two people that intervened, they were the guys that worked there. They were the cooks. So now we got another problem. Now we got hot wings and fries burning.
Oh, Lord.
So
People not getting their orders because cooks is being secured.
Right. So at the end of the night, believe it or not, this same club tried to dock me for the food that got burned.
No.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was all traumatic in itself. But that's what. So after that, I was like, oh man, that was crazy. That was I mean, because it was an isolated incident, never happened before. But again, my adrenaline is still going. But when I calmed down and I looked at it, I'm like, man, this dude tried to kill me. So for the people out there who are like, man, you going overboard? No, I'm a 54-year-old man. I ain't ashamed to admit it. I was triggered, people. I was triggered, and now I'm kind of calmed down from it. I'm good. But I mean, and I look at it, and I look at the whole picture. This is about Will. This is about Will's mental health. That brother is going through some stuff. So I'm asking that all comedians and everybody pray for this brother because he's going through some stuff. Now, as far as Jada, you got to get your shit together. And it's going to take a sister, one of our black women, to check her ass and say, listen,
She got a mama.
You wrong. You wrong as hell.
Now we talked about Will. We talked about Jada. Another piece of this that I feel like is a discussion is Chris Rock, and you just brought this up perfectly. The safety of being able to say what, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even a joke.
Okay,
it was a reference, and yet he got a cost.
Okay, let me say this. It was something Jada put on Will. It's all about Jada. And she put on, and because Will didn't find a joke
malicious.
Offensive. He didn't find it offensive. He's laughing. It's something Jada put out there. So now people are following what Will did, and they're not looking at the whole thing, and they're saying, see, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Now people that's saying all that, just remember people, that comedians are the last line of free speech.
Yeah.
Ever.
That is correct.
We're the last. We are here for you guys. While you talking about what you're gonna do to us and this and that, we are the last line of free speech in America. We can get up there and say those things and get away with it. We can get up there and say things that you were thinking, but
can't
you were
say.
afraid to say. We can do that. Now you want to mute us when the joke is on you. When you've been laughing at everybody else. You've been laughing, oh, look, she said something about that girl, eyes, this and that. Oh, you talking about me? Wait a minute, motherfucker. No, It don't work that way. Because in our business, we have a rule. Nobody is above a joke.
Anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it. And it's all about timing. Like, for instance, I'm going to give you a perfect example. If you walked out of here and you fell down the steps, we're not going to laugh. We're going to be so concerned. But when we go down there and check on you and you like, oh, I'm all right.
Then
them jokes coming for your ass.
Yeah.
Did you see the way her shoe came off?
Boy, the roll. Did you see the roll?
What?
That roll.
Yes, that's just the way it's always been. But sometimes it's timing. But again, well, he should have did this and that. Chris should have did it. No, Chris didn't even said it himself. He didn't know that Jada had alopecia. And alopecia is not a death sentence. And then on top of that, if you look at the interviews Jada said in the past, she chose to cut her hair, and she says she don't care about what nobody said because she is still beautiful.
I was gonna say,
so
we've been
why
watching...
are you frowning now? Because you're trying to steal Will's moment. That's what you're trying to make it about you.
We've been seeing Jada bald. Like this ain't the first time. Jada been running around bald since like 96.
Right. So why are you all of a sudden jumping mad now? Come on, man. Let's look at that. Will, I still say, and I'm gonna stick with it. You can get mad if you want to. Will is a good guy. I really believe he's a good guy. And it was just so unfortunate unfortunate.
He snapped.
It's so unfortunate that he snapped, but now he got to pay the consequences because he's trying to please somebody, to me, who's not even worthy. And he had to exercise that toxic masculinity. That means something that he didn't want to do, and he knew it was bad, but he had to prove a point, to prove that he is a man to somebody who's been emasculating him in the first place. So now you got the Rock brothers upset. You got America upset. And yes, the Rock brothers should be upset. Chris Rock should be upset. And let me commend Chris Rock for being the constant professional. Yes. And I love you, brother. And I love the Rock family, Tony Rock, all of y'all, man. But hey, I mean, I understand where y'all coming from, and you got to do what you got to do.
Now, real quick. Now, since we on that, now, with everybody you was talking about toxic masculinity. Now, with everybody saying Chris should have smacked him back, Chris should have hit him back. Now, Chris Rock looks like a punk for being a professional.
Chris Rock doesn't look like a punk for being anything. Now, let me say this: Chris Rock was, I think, after that, you gotta understand, these people have these little things in his ear, in their ears, and Chris Rock was like, I could. He's like, never mind. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, Chris Rock just held on to it. And I'm sure them white people were in his ear like, oh, wait, don't do it. Just calm down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I get back to it. Yeah. That's probably what was going on. So, and the thing is, because you got to understand, this brother's from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
This brother ain't no punk. I don't believe Chris Rock
got 9 siblings.
That brother, I think that Chris Rock, but at the same time, you got to look at this. This is what restraint gets you. This is what restraint gets you. Restraint gets you a ticket sale that was going on $43 a ticket. Now is up to $300 or something. That's what restraint gets you. And honestly, I gotta commend that brother, because I ain't gonna lie to you. And y'all can't lie to me and say y'all probably wouldn't have hit him. Y'all wouldn't have fought back. And honestly, the way he did it was he slapped him.
Walked away.
No, he just walked away. He turned his whole back like, I slap you. You ain't gonna do nothing, bitch. Let me say this. I love God. I love y'all. I love Will Smith. But I would have did something unthinkable so I can keep my name out there. I would have bit the nigga in his back. I'm just saying. I would have bit the nigga, and not only bit him in his back, I would have bit him in the small of his back. Because you know if you get hit,
that's
in the
the
small,
worst pain.
That makes you arch up.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And then I probably would have grabbed somebody's wig from the audience and put it on Jada, and then beat up August Alsina, because they started all this mess.
They started the whole
thing.
You done flip one domino. I might as well let the whole thing
I'm beating up everybody. So that's just what it is. You know, and even when he got the Oscar would have had a bite out the back. I'm telling you, everything. Yeah, I'm biting you, bro. I'm gonna make it in history. That's just what it is. I'm gonna be a part of history.
You don't think it started? You mentioned August, but you don't think it started long before that?
It was long before that.
It was long.
And then I was reading this too. August Alsina was also the victim. He was going through a lot of things, and
Jada took advantage of him.
Jada took advantage of him.
She's a predator.
Took advantage of him. Now, come on now, if Jada had to try to take advantage of y'all like that, come on now, you know, come on, that's Jada.
I mean,
you ain't gonna say gone G.I. Jane,
right?
You ain't gonna be doing
no,
that.
You're married to Will. No,
yeah.
So not gonna do none of that.
So August was put in a bad position too, because he came in, he met them through their son, so he was put in a bad position. So stop looking at Will like he's just this bad guy. He's this, he's that. He shouldn't have did it. No, he shouldn't have did it. He shouldn't have did it.
That's where all these topics, they're either trying to paint one or the other, Chris or
no.
Will is, and I don't feel like that. I feel like if Jada really wants to redeem herself in this, she should start a red table talk, put both of them there, and they discuss the issues that even led to the incident. Will's mental health.
I think you're wrong. I think Jada should have a red talk and put herself on the table and say, bitch, I'm wrong. I was wrong the whole time. I'm selfish. Let me get my shit together. And black women, y'all need to follow suit with me, because I was wrong and I'm leading y'all astray and I'm making y'all feel like I'm the victim when I'm not the victim, and that's just what it is.
I get that.
I love my sisters. I love y'all. I'm going to protect you at all costs. But again, sisters, we need y'all to protect us as well.
I get that.
Mentally and emotionally.
Where I'm coming from is just the mentality. As men, we look at stuff later on. We got to take the woman out of it sometimes and just be like, as two men, we should have handled this differently, right? So I feel like there's gonna be a moment where Jada's not even a factor in some people's minds as far as this incident goes.
Hold on, you saying Will and August, she said the
No.
I'm trying to get August fucked up.
I'm talking about Will and Chris. Because here's what I'm saying. With that
Bring
incident,
August in the table too.
Huh?
All the victims.
No,
Everybody.
August don't need to be at that table.
All-
Man, you're not gonna sit at no table at no man that just smashed your wife in your house. You what?
Some people might be into.
But
he was the victim. But no, I'm talking about Will and Chris. I'm saying that, as you know, you realize if you and your girl is out and she puts a battery in your back and you beat my ass, but later on you realize, you know what? Regardless of her putting the battery in my back, I should have responded better. That's the conversation I feel like needs to be had with Will and Chris, where it's like, take Jada out of it. Even though she's wrong, take her out of it.
I think in
as
time,
two men, we need to discuss
I think in time, knowing Will Smith, I think that's gonna happen. Because I just don't see Will Smith being a malicious guy. So in time, I think that's going to happen. But it's going to take some time because honestly, even though Chris Rock is getting paid, he's still a man. He's still a man, and it hurt his ego. And the thing is, Chris is probably going to be like, "Yes, man, let's talk about it." But first, before we talk about it,
I got to slap you back.
I got to slap the shit out you.
Yeah, and that should be publicized. That should be on.
And that's just what it is, man. And take the public out of it. So I really feel for both those guys, man. Both of them I admire, I respect, and they are hell of entertainers. And I hate that this had to happen. And I also hate it for Will Packer. He was the first black man to produce the Oscars.
And I wanted to talk about
now
that
they turn the Oscars into the Willies and the James and the Leroy. They turn into the niggas.
I was gonna say, first off, it's the
Source
Academy Awards that they call the Oscars. I think we should call it the Willies now. It shouldn't be the Oscars no more. It should be the Willies.
The Willies is actually, I think it's like a sex award show.
I should be on that. When is it? Shit.
The Smithies.
I'll be
The
putting it down.
Smithies. It's the Smithies now.
Yeah.
Smithies.
Well, no,
Smithies.
real talk. I shout out to Will Packer. Shout out to Venus and Serena and their dad, because you had your moment stolen and all that over Jada.
Now, what do you say? Because it's been a couple hours. A little bit time has passed since then. What do you say about the people who saying the whole thing was staged and it was fake because they're two entertainers, and then there's Will Packard running it and they wanted to kind of up the ante? What do you say about that?
If that was staged, Will, Chris Rock, everybody involved need their asses kicked.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because you cannot be playing with people's emotions. You can't be playing with people's lives like that, because there are some people out there who thought that all that was cool. It was all good. And people, what it did, it pitted everybody against each other. Because you got this, people are literally getting mad and going in on each other on social media because of this whole thing. I have people that go in on me.
I've seen comedian best friends. They travel together. They do dates together. In the last 2 days, these two people have made fuck this other person's statuses about the other one just based off of this incident.
That. So it's something that you just don't play about. Yeah. And honestly, unfortunately, for us, Hollywood is starting to do any and everything to get views. As a matter of fact, the whole world is doing it. Is people are now addicted to that like. Mm-hmm. They're addicted to it, and that's why I say it's kind of dangerous for what Will did, because now people remember they want that like.
They'll hand their friend the camera phone and say, "I'm about to go smack him."
This nigga, yeah, just to get views. But I've said it and I mean it. I love my people who support me. God knows I love you. But I'm telling you right now, and I mean what I say on this show, on the Speaking Funny show. This shit ain't funny what I'm about to say. If you try that shit on me again, bad news gonna beat you home. That's just what it is. I'm gonna meet you halfway. Because now I'm thinking differently now. I'm not thinking as, hey, I'm going to make y'all laugh. I'm going to do this and this and this. No, I'm going to make, now my thought process, I'm going to make you laugh. I'm going to be professional. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be very funny. But at the end of the day, I got to make it home to my family. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking like a police officer now. I'm going to make it home to my family first.
Before anything.
Before anything. And it's sad that comedians have to think like that now. But now that's just what it is. If you get up and you come my way, bitch, I'm meeting you halfway. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. Versus, okay, what is he doing? Security. I'm just joking. No. You want to fight? Let's do it. Because now we can't take any chances. Because Chris Rock had no idea that Will was going to hit him. You know what? Chris Rock even had his hand behind his back.
He said, "Oh,
you know why? You know why he was like that? Because he thought his good buddy Will was going to take the mic and start joning or cracking back. That's why he was like, here we go. It's about to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was excited about that.
Will, and so sad for Will didn't know
that he was
gonna slap Chris Rock.
Mm.
He ain't know until this happened.
right.
Wow. Yeah, that was that look. It was that.
What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna protect the black woman? Exactly.
With the
After you done
power
emasculated
of-
this man to no end.
Now, real quick, something that I find funny about your incident is not funny, but what I find funny is you took
What you mean that you find funny?
something about it that I find funny.
No, nigga, that whole thing is funny. You're a comedian. That shit was funny.
Well, okay, so here
What happened to
particularly,
you?
Yes.
so
it
here
was funny.
particularly, you took a young a young comedian with you to open for you, right?
Right.
And so everybody who knew that when
They went in on it.
when we seen the young comedian, we was like, "Where was you? Where was you? Where was you?"
Well, let me say
And
this.
so wait. So then a bunch of if Steve Brown would have took me on tour with him, and that dude he wouldn't even got on stage. If Steve Brown would have took me on tour, dude would have got stomped out.
Well, let me say this about this young comedian. Hey, his name is Marlin.
Marlin Ballard. My
Marlin
boy.
Ballard
Marlin
is a
Ballard.
great guy. Marlin Ballard is, I took him on the road because he's a very funny guy. He's very professional. He's a really good dude. He like fat girls, by the way, too. But Marlin is a really, really good dude.
No, we don't. We argue over that. I like fat girls. Hold on. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
Damn.
My bad.
All right, so
We got 'em mixed up.
I'm sorry. That's
Hey,
personal to
fat
me.
girls, I
That's-
love you.
That's Sonny's thing.
That's
I
personal to
love
me.
you. I love you, fat girls. I love you. And I don't say fat. I'm sorry. Pleasantly plump, curvaceous, body, yada yada.
Anorexically
That is-
challenged
No,
women.
no.
That's my.
I'm gonna keep it sexy because I ain't finna get slapped outside or you know. So I'm gonna say you pleasantly plump, curvaceous. You got body, yada yada. We gonna keep it at
Yada yada yada.
yada yada.
I was about to go slap Marlin for going in on my. Hold on, that's my stick. Okay.
All right. So Marlin, it's a good dude.
Yeah.
Very funny, very clever, and he's a well-spoken guy, intelligent, and he wants to learn, and he's doing a fantastic job. Very funny guy.
Excellent.
But you gotta understand something. Everybody know me in the business as a brawler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna get down if I have to. I'm not no bully or nothing like that. But my tolerance is low for bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Marlin ain't built like that. You know that. Marlin is a small guy. He doesn't want no problems. He just want to go and do his thing. I don't want no problems. But if you bring it to me, I'm gonna address it.
Right.
Marlin is one of those guys. Okay. Now I got to look at this. That was my situation. All right. What if Marlin had jumped in it and Marlin got hurt?
Seriously hurt.
Exactly. Marlin did what he had to do. He was there, and he tried to make sure nobody else got involved. He did do that as far as the family members. He was there. You know what I'm saying? So Marlin, you can't put a young brother who's trying to learn the business in a situation like that and then be mad at him if he don't get involved or jump in it and this and that. This comedy is not one of those brawl and let's fight everybody.
Right.
No, but we are a fraternity. If one person is getting assaulted, yes, we are going to jump in it. We're going to help each other. That's just the way it is. But at the same time, you got to look at who you with too.
Yeah.
I can't put that brother in nothing and he ain't no fighter or he ain't, I can't do that. That's, I mean, and come on now.
And that's why I said I found it funny, just that, because it's like now the expectation, it ain't even on you and your safety.
And
it's
then-
now on somebody else to have had to come in just because you
Right.
brought them on tour with
And
you.
then half of the brothers that said that don't even like me. So come on, man, let's keep it 100.
Or you would never invite them on tour with you.
Exactly. So so miss me with all that. You picking on this man because you know he's a soft-spoken guy or he goes about his business in a way that you don't. So all that I would have did, you wouldn't have did shit. So that's what happened.
So, okay, so I am a newer comedian. Okay,
Are you?
I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Boy, I tell you about to go
Woo!
through, you about to go through some shit. But go ahead.
Look, and I'm her mentor. That should tell you something.
Oh yeah, you
Right.
about to go through some shit.
So I've been doing comedy since 2019.
How long you been? About 2 years?
Yeah.
Me too.
About
That's
2.5
what's up. Go
years.
ahead. Me
You know
too.
what?
Stop it.
And but I've been writing comedy since 07.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, so here's my thing. So everything happened with, I think there's smaller communities that are affected or smaller little avenues that are affected by the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And this might not be anything new to you because you've been experiencing this because of what your experience was. But to me, as a newer comedian, I feel like it opened up the floodgates for people we already deal with hecklers, but now we have to deal with like hecklers with hands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people
I like that, hecklers with hands.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, we have to deal with that now. And so now it's caused me to feel like be really cautious with doing crowd work.
Now, you know what the thing is? Be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and the reason I say that is it's now the responsibilities. We're laying a bigger responsibility on the club owners and promoters who book us to make sure that we are safe while we're out there making money for your club.
That was my question.
Okay, so that's the thing. We have to focus that attention on that. Not about I got to scale back, I do it. Now, if you're just a disrespectful comedian and you're not funny and you just going up there saying anything, look at you, your wife a fat bitch, you need your ass knocked out.
And that's the thing. You know, I've been in shows before and I've seen as a comedian and then also as just a woman who loves comedy, you know.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen people do that?
Yeah.
Well, let me say that.
And I'll be like, he needs to.
Well, let me say that. Let me say this. What you were witnessing, those are not comedians.
They're bullies.
Those are people who just want stage time to verbally assault people. Mm-hmm. And they are suffering from low self-esteem. Everything they're projecting on people, that's what they think of themselves. Mm-hmm. So they just want stage time to say, I'm a comedian, just to get on stage and insult everybody around them and make themselves feel good that they did it. So it's a difference between somebody getting on stage and being a professional insulter versus a professional comedian. Because one thing about me at my shows, will I get in your ass? Yes, but I will give you several chances before I get in your ass. I'm not going to be like, hey, what's up? My name is Steve Brown. First Joe. Oh, look at you. Look at you. No, I'm going to give your ass a show, as y'all should. But people understand this. If you're at my show, and you're being very disrespectful by hollering it out and this and this and that, I'm going to check you probably 1 or 2 times before I get in that ass. Why I say that? Because number one, people pay good money to see us, okay? But they didn't pay money to see you. They paid to see us. Now what you're doing, not only are you disrespecting me, you're disrespecting other people around you who have paid their good money to see us. And then it's so hard for people now to come out and see us. Why? Because we're not those big names. Because first of all, if somebody say, hey, such and such, come see me, come see my friend Steve Brown at the comedy club. Guess what black people gonna say? Who is he? I ain't seen him on there. Is he funny? This and that? No, just go see us.
What's he been on?
What he been on? But now when they get there, God damn, this the funniest nigga I ever seen in my life. See, but then it's hard. It's already hard enough to get the people to come and see us. But now you bring your ignorant ass in there and you hollering out. Yeah. And now it's like the people will never actually see our true talent because your ignorant ass hollering out.
Right.
So it's a level of educating, re-educating the audience again.
Exactly. So pretty much this is a teachable moment for all of us.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a teachable moment for all of us. Everything you see is not actually what it is. Okay. And I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? Even I had to retrain myself in the last couple of days. Because I was like, we are wrong, because I was thinking about me. Then I got to thinking about the whole situation. And my girl was like, love you, babe. My girl was like, babe, you letting this internet thing get to you. And it really did. I had to put my phone down last night because it was really getting to me. And I was thinking about it. I talked to my mom about it. And I was like, I'm going to think outside of me. And it's not even about me being triggered. Yes, I got triggered. I'm over that. I'm cool. But this brother, Will Smith, he is on the brink of something that would be fucked up forever. This brother could commit suicide. This brother is in trouble emotionally and mentally. Think about it. The last couple of interviews you saw Will Smith on, what was he doing?
Crying.
Yeah.
Crying. People ain't looking at that. And it ain't about us, y'all been on that man. Y'all, but motherfucker, you been on him too. You been making memes too. You been laughing too.
Or sharing them.
Sharing them and all that. But it's all because Jada has brought reproach on this man's home.
I personally think that I feel like it's a handful of black men that are safe in white men in a white audience. As far as like, it'll take a lot to knock Will off the pedestal of white people. White people love Will Smith.
White people are the ones that's really attacking him now through the media. They're trying to tear his ass down. They're trying to take his Oscar.
They couldn't wait.
So that's why it's important for us as black people to stand on Will, stand up for Will, stand up for Will. Jada, hey, you can have it, but stand up for Will.
So-
He won the last few good ones we got.
Yeah.
He is a role model.
Now,
He's a role model.
If it comes out, now I personally think that the moon landing was fake. So I'll be like, look, if something was fake, if something was fake, and
The
this was
moon,
real,
what was fake?
the moon landing.
No, people moon
Look.
people every day.
No,
No, that wasn't fake.
The moon landing was fake.
Oh, the moon landing. Okay,
The moon
okay.
landing was fake. That's how I look.
Nah, that was fake. You ain't really.
That was
On the way over here, cut me off in traffic. Yes.
That was so that's how skeptical I am with a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Now if it comes out that this whole thing was staged by
Oh my God.
Will Packer,
Oh my God.
and everything.
Oh my God. Ooh.
I can't even entertain that because now here's where my toxic
Look,
masculinity comes out.
I feel the same way.
You
until
can't
I hear the
fake
arguments.
slap me and it not play out like the real slap. Ain't no way I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what? For the sake of the show, you can go ahead and slap me.
Hey man,
Oh,
for the
think
sake
about
of the
it.
money that you're getting, I get it. But see, man, people are doing anything for money.
That's
and,
what-
and I'm just, I don't even want to touch that topic because I'm just in my mind, God, please not
Let this be fake.
Don't let it be fake. Don't let it be fake.
I mean,
That's all
y'all,
I'm
but
saying.
y'all seen it. Y'all seen the conversation because it
Hey
went
man,
from it
everybody
went from
should be
being-
arrested like Jesse Smollett.
Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, it just because
Yeah.
you really. If this was fake, you really fuck with our hearts, minds, and emotions.
It divided the world.
You triggered
Yeah.
me, and I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
You can't do me
Not
like
you.
that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not me.
I've
No.
been attacked. I've been attacked by another comedian. That triggered me as well.
With the
You-
chicken
you?
bones.
Yes.
Somebody threw chicken bones at him.
No, that was another comedian. No,
Oh.
I actually got into a physical altercation with another comedian. I was explaining this to G Wade before. He
Who was it?
Daryl Dam.
Oh my God,
But
Daryl.
But
why
no,
did-
we
Daryl,
cool now.
Come on, Daryl. Why you beat this man up, Daryl? Come on.
we cool now. But
was,
he pushed me. And I just got up and dusted myself off, and everybody coming around me, all the comedians who didn't even mess with me, you should have hit him. If that was me, I would have hit him. You should have hit. But
Okay.
see, Daryl had said before he even touched me, I got a gun and lawyer money. So immediately when he, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna
Oh
do
my
nothing.
God.
I'm not about to do nothing about that.
Okay, so story time.
I love Daryl Dan.
I love him too. That's my dog.
I would have beat your ass. You know that. I would have beat your goddamn ass. I love Daryl.
But that man said, I got a
Shout out to
gun
Daryl
and
Dan.
lawyer money. And so when he pushed me out, that's the first thing that I said, gun and lawyer money?
Oh wow.
That means he can shoot me
Hey,
and
man,
be back
no,
out tomorrow to shoot me
Daryl-
again. I'm
You know,
good.
Daryl Dam is a good brother.
So
Very
I
funny
just stood
guy.
up and just wiped myself off and was like, all right, well,
Yeah,
that just happened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
yeah.
I was kind of
But-
triggered
and,
too.
And you know the thing is, people don't realize because we tell jokes and all that, and because we the funny guys, he just gave you a perfect example. We be fighting and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is a very serious business. We make it look funny. We make it look easy on stage, but behind cameras, it is. I didn't put hands on several comics. Several. I mean, that's just what it is.
Really?
What? Okay.
Oh, comedian
y'all
beef
so
be
messy.
funnier than comedians.
Yeah. And it's not because I'm this bully. It's easy for people to cross boundaries in this business and toss it out as the name in the name of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take shots at you. They'll take your material. They'll do all that. Oh, you're fucking with you. They know people know what they're doing.
Right.
Because and you gotta understand there are a lot of hurt people in this business, and people some comics become comedians because they're trying to hide their insecurities of what they got going on inside. So to mask it, we got to come on stage and make people laugh and feel so good about themselves. But people don't understand. After we get off stage and them stage lights go off, we still got that same problem. That's why so many professional entertainers are smoking, drinking, doing all this. Not just smoking and drinking, they're abusing it. Because anybody can smoke and drink. And I'm not knocking anybody that smoke and drink. But because they're abusing it and all that. And I just thank God to this day, and I thank him right now, that my outlet is the stage. Anytime I have a problem, I take it to the stage, and that's my therapy. That's why, I'm sure you heard that reputation. Man, Steve Brown stay on stage too long. Yes, I do at times.
He's a host liner.
Because I'm getting that therapy. And that's just what it is. He's unprofessional. But I've worked on it. But yeah.
I say
You have gotten better. I can say that. You have gotten better.
Wow.
Because it used to be a time you sign up on the list and you see Steve hosting, you be like, Oh, I ain't gonna give but 3 minutes, if that.
It is what it is. I mean, but I apologize. I'm sorry.
That ain't nothing. It's the business. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who you. Everybody's finding their groove, and no matter how long you think somebody's been in the business, they're still finding their groove.
Right. And yeah, man, I apologize, but just know what's gonna happen again. All right, next.
Oh man. No, I just wanted to make sure we tackled that intersection between, because like you said, this is a very dividing subject. It goes way beyond rather or not Will was wrong or rather Chris was who was wrong or right. Hey, it's so much in between that nobody felt like was even addressing.
Hey man, again, I don't even want to talk about it no more because I think I've said my piece, and I think
absolutely,
I think that we must move on from it. But I will say this, y'all, let's get together and protect Will Smith at all costs. He's our last golden child, because who the fuck are we gonna look up to? Young Thug. Who we gonna look up to? Who we gonna look up to?
We had Chadwick before he left.
Right,
he was
going. I'm trying to tell you, man. So Will is going through some trying times, man. And Sam and Denzel said it best.
We do not have Wayne. We never had Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady was not ours.
Did you say Wayne Brady?
He wasn't ours. Now that's somebody that white people can't wait to knock off a pedestal. Wait till Wayne Brady gets caught slapping somebody. White people are not going. They can't wait to knock him down.
But real talk. Again, man, just like I said, pray for Will Smith, man, and uplift him, and go from there, man, and of course Chris Rock too, and y'all pray for Jada. Women, y'all. I mean, trust me, I love you. I love the black woman. We'll always be protective of the black woman, but at the same time, all I ask is that you sisters protect us as well. Mm-hmm. And let me say this in closing, because I know there's gonna be a lot of sisters mad at me probably. Us men, we be fucking up too. Mm-hmm. We gotta hold ourselves accountable as well. So, and we're talking about Will and Jada right now. We're not talking about the black man, but I have to add that in there because I know there's gonna be some sisters in my DM like, you motherfucker, I'll kill you, this and this and that. So I'm saying this is not about.
So you don't want to protect the black woman,
right? So I'm not. So it's not about saying the black sisters are this and that and this and that, because you are wonderful. You are a blessing to the world. The blessing. I have a black woman. Okay, blessing to me. My mom was a black woman. I mean, I love the black woman.
Really?
But yes,
never would have guessed.
Yes, but at the same time, you are not above being checked. And I think that the best way to do that is, sisters, y'all have to check each other on what's being a good black woman and what's not. And to me, everybody is good, but all of us, I must agree, must have some level of toxicity in us that we have to get out of us.
Absolutely.
And that's just what it is.
So tell us what's next.
I'm not telling you shit. Huh?
Oh.
Doing now?
Hold on. Before you ask him that, I just want y'all to know, if y'all think that Steve is not serious about his what do you call it when you're a boxer? It's a certain term for
Stance?
it. No. I can't remember right now.
About the craft or what?
But anyway, the craft of being a boxer. For him to even come on to do this interview, he challenged me to a sparring match. That's how I had to get this interview. When I called him, he was like, "Oh, I thought you wanted to throw hands." I was like, "Oh,
Hey, so with that being said, the next podcast after this one, this brother gonna be lumped the fuck up. So I just want y'all to know that. So it's not another person sitting in for him. It's actually him.
You got to go Martin. 3 rounds with Steve Brown before he actually let you book him on your podcast.
Hey, that's not so, man. And I got to get back in there for real. Shout out to Champion Boxing Gym, man. Shout out to them, man. Got to get back to them, man. They are really a phenomenal boxing gym is right here in Jonesboro, as a matter of fact, man. So shout out to Champion Boxing Gym, Chris and Coach T and all of them, man. Great guys.
How long you been boxing? Did that happen after?
Actually, I just got started back. Well, actually, I'll be going back Monday. But I mean, I've been doing it on and off for a while. You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard work. And honestly, it keeps me from looking 54.
Okay.
Yes,
and
you know what I'm saying. So I just try to stay as fit as I can. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I just work out, drink water, and try to eat clean if I can. Because I got to get back to it every once in a while. But that's pretty much it.
So when you ready to go hit the bag, I'll go hit the bag with you.
Do shit.
Don't even-
Listen,
I hit the bag.
so for all my people, in Birmingham, I'll be there next weekend, April 7th through the 10th at the Comedy Club Stardome, and then Ontario, California, I'll be out that way, April 14th through the 17th. Also, y'all check out my podcast. Our podcast is called the Yeah We Talk Like This podcast. Have you seen it yet?
That's you, Marvin Hunter.
Laugh Love, and Jack Thriller. So y'all check that out, man. Y'all follow the page. Yeah, we talk like this for real. The number for real. And I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all.
Thank you
Man,
for
I ain't coming back.
We know. I was surprised you came this time.
Thank you for coming and sharing your thoughts and everything with you've been enlightened us, our audience, and this has been fun. We hope you had a good time too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Comic Steve Brown 1 on Instagram because I mean somebody hacked his previous.
No, it's Comic Steve Brown and then Comic Steve Brown backup. Somebody hacked it, but I got it back. So it's Comic Steve Brown and Comic Steve Brown backup.
That's But this is the big homie. I really appreciate you coming through. I know you very busy. We appreciate your time and everything.
Oh, thank y'all for having me.
Is no problem. So this is Speaking of Funny podcast. I am the legendary Sonny G. Sonny with an O, not a U. I'm not a stripper.
Don't nobody even know him. How could he be legendary?
He will be.
Don't worry. I'm speaking it into existence.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Right.
Sorry,
You messing up his origin story.
No. Since we speaking on that, let me tell you, that's the biggest beef I have in the Atlanta comedy game is that there are people that honestly, they're like, I'm not calling him legendary. That's just my name. Did anybody tell that to Cedric the Entertainer? Or was it, I'm not calling you Cedric the Entertainer. I'm just going to call you Cedric. I'm just going to say Cedric. Because I don't know if you entertaining or not.
No, keep speaking it into existence.
I don't know if you entertaining, so I'm just going to call you Cedric. So my full comedy name is The Legendary Sonny G. And until that becomes the actual what happens, that's what I'm going to keep on saying.
That's what's up, brother. Keep doing that, brother.
You feel me?
Don't nobody know him.
You know what? Stop.
That nigga ain't got a yearbook picture. Don't nobody know that nigga.
You ain't got no yearbook pictures.
You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be the next one to swing on Steve on
All
stage,
right, on that night, I gotta go before I go to jail.
and I'm gonna get famous for something. I'm gonna be legendary one way or another, either for being in the hospital or for these jokes.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
You didn't let me, and you said it was you, and you ain't let me say me.
Oh shit!
We still doing. We're still rolling.
we still rolling?
We lost the momentum.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. You
It's
better,
Bella.
No, you trying to Godfrey me, trying to T.I. and Godfrey me. Like
My-
I can't go back after you done already.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen! By the way, we gotta send a special shout out to this young lady. Young lady, please let them know who you are. Right now she's pouting, but yeah, let's do this.
She gonna get somebody to slap me later.
Don't feel the same. I'm getting Steve slap you.
I ain't got nothing to do with all that.
No, see, he's supposed to do his part and bounce off of me. You're supposed to alley you.
I'm the legendary Sonny G. This is the Speaking of Funny
so here we go.
podcast. My co-host,
Right.
Bella Spinelli.
Thank you.
All right, so let's do it again. Okay, because he can edit this. All right, so, man, thank y'all so much for having me on. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Man, we appreciate it. Hey, I'm the legendary Sonny G.
And this is Bella Spinelli.
And y'all have been listening to, watching, whatever you're doing with Speaking of Funny with our guest, Steve Brown. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Now, see, what's that so hard? Thank
No,
you.
you just messed it up again.
How
See,
I messed it
oh,
up?
my God.
Now, he cut
Now, you
that
see
out.
The crazy part is none of this is getting cut. This is all going in the show. Even the reshoot and everything. All of it's going in the show.
Well, you
It's all
fucked up.
good.
You fucked that bad.
The whole thing's going in the show.
They expect that of me.